All right, guys, this is Jacob from Winter Me This, and I'm gonna do a regression strategy here and roll some regression stuff. I'm gonna roll it all random. I'm gonna be working all the time. I got $600 here, so one of the things I want to talk about is playing your regression a lot bigger. And this is one of the ways that if I am going to play regression stuff, and I do play regression strategies sometimes, because sometimes it's ideal for the table. If the table is really all over the place, you play the regression. That way you're there. Like if you've seen a couple long rolls, a couple short rolls, and it's just really all over the place. These definitely usually work. All right. So I'm going to be working all the time here. So what I got is 2 units, 3 units, and 4 units. So it's 50, 75, and 120. And the reason I like that is because it allows you to play 96 across, but also make a little bit of money if you do hit the 6 or 8, where you actually make a little extra there. And maybe you can throw the hard ways in or play a don't with it or something. You know, you can get a little extra. All right, so there's the 8. So it's going to be 140. All right. So I do like playing them just a little bit bigger. All right, so 140. That's going to allow us to do some things. All right. So let's start with the base of what we're trying to get out there, which is the 96 across. All right, so let's get that out there. All right. Get some white chips. Okay. So now we got 96. So we essentially have $40 to use. All right. A $40 don't come here is a pretty good bet. Putting $5 on each hard way is pretty good. It's things. Remember, this is a free roll. At this point, you're free rolling your money. You can just keep that as profit. That's a pretty good hit. That does help you with the risk reward part of it. But so like in this case, let's drop 25 bucks here, get 5 reds, and let's put $5 on each hard way. All right. So you still made about 25 bucks on that roll. You're playing for free. All this is free money. You're just trying to make a couple extra hits. And you got a 7 right at the door. All right. So that's the good thing about the regression strategy. 0.7 or if you're playing while it's working, short rolls, you make your money as long as it's not, it depends on how you're playing it. So, but in our case, the way I like to play it, I like to work. I don't think it makes any difference when you're playing this style to be working or not working. It's all preference. And my preference is to work. So here we go. More working. Now I get this is a huge part of $600, and $600 definitely would not be ideal to play this strategy with. It's just what I had in the rack sitting there, so it's what I'm using. All right. Let's drop $2 in VIG here on this 10 for 100. And we're dropping down to 96 across. So on the 4 and 10, you don't quite have the luxury of gaining a bunch of other bets. That's fine. We'll work them up from the $96 level. So again, when you're at this $96 level, this is a free roll. So it's not out of your bankroll. This is not out of your initial bankroll. I know. Get $5 here. Not everyone agrees with this. You know, they say, well, it is your money, this and that. Okay, but it's not out of your initial play. Right? So this you can basically do what you want with. All right, here we go. We're going to half press the whole way, and we got a 3-2-5. All right, so that's going to be a $21 winner. Rack it up. So we're going to half press this whole way. The reason I like the half press, guys, is because it allows you to both press and collect. And the 7. We just can't get away. That's 2 pretty early 7s. I mean, we're making money, but our risk reward is way down here. Now, we are just random rolling, but our risk reward is terrible here because we're putting out all this money, all right, to gain this free roll, which is good, which is a good play. But the problem is without a couple okay rolls, they don't have to be good rolls, but rolls where you make more than 20 bucks. You have so much at risk. If you do roll an early 7, a come out 7 or something, or 0.7, however you play it, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And there's aces. You could, of course, hedge it out. It's not a terrible idea, but it still makes you go another roll usually. All right, 3, 2, 5. So that's going to be 105. I'm doing all the chip work here so you guys can see how it would be done, how much work you're going to be putting your dealers through. So they're probably going to mention it. But remember, they work for you. As long as you tip them, they'll be okay with it. And once they figure out what you're doing, they'll probably have you set up on the side. That way they can just swap 96 across out once they figure out what you're doing. So let them know what you're doing, that you're going to regress to the 96 across. And a 12. It'll help speed up your process. And tip them, you know. There's the 11. You know, on your little extras there, you might want to throw them, some of them. Let them play with you, you know. And aces, so we're all over the horn numbers. And we have a 6, all right. 4, 2. It's 21 bucks. We're going to drop an extra buck here, take that up to 30. Rack this 10. So each time you hit, you make a little more money, a little more profit, because you're not getting into your profit, guys. You're never going to get into your profit. You're never going to get into, not your profit, you're never going to get into your bankroll. So it's always going to be profit that you rack. But you also want to be pressing, because you don't want to go on a 30-minute roll and still be at 96 across. You know, this is what this kind of strategy is built for. And there's the 7. We had a ton of horn numbers there. This strategy is to be in position to take advantage of them long rolls that pay out really good, all right? And as long as you'll stick to your guns on your press and not just be like, well, I need to make some more money this time, or just stick to the guns on it. That's what you're accepting when you play a strategy like this. You're accepting that this could take a minute, that it might take, you know, 20 shooters before you get that one really good one. Now, the regression will keep you making money as you go. And there's the hard 4. All right, so here we go. Let's drop this, get 3 back, plus our 100 for the hit. Remember, I said we're working all the time. Rack it all up. So again, you could look at it like, man, we've won $300, almost $400 probably, that we don't have none of. And like I said, that's the bad part of this strategy. The risk reward on this kind of strategy, it's not just this one, it's any kind of regression strategy. The risk reward is really, really low. You risk a lot, and it's hard to get an equal reward. Where they're good, you get $10 in whites, is that time that they go on that 30 roll, you're going to be in position to take advantage of every bit of it. So that's the huge benefit of this. The upside to this is massive. All right. The problem is the short-term risk reward is it's kind of brutal. If you have one bad come out, it's going to hurt you. All right. We bumped up that 9. See if we can get a couple rolls in. And there's the 5. All right, so that's good. 21 more bucks. Bump it up. Here we go. And there's the 6. 21 more dollars. Let's drop $1 here. Bump that up to 30. And so this is the kind of roll so far that's looking good. It's looking like we're going to gain some ground. All right. There's a 10, hard 10, $27 winner. Take it up to the quarter. All right. So now if we hit some of these numbers we've already hit, we're looking really good. There's aces. We're starting to look really good. We're starting to make some money again. And there's the 5, okay? So that's one we've already hit. It's 35 bucks now. All right, so let's take this up to 40. And we got the 8, okay? $21. So these are the kind of rolls where this starts paying off. Okay, so now we're bumped up across the board except for the 4. So any of them other numbers, we're making more money. And there's the 5 again. So that 40 right there, that's going to pay $56. So that 5 is really starting to hit. Now you don't have to bump up the 5 if you don't want. I'm gonna take the 5 all the way back up to 75 here. All right, here we go. You could bump up a different number. And there's the 9. All right, there's a $35 9. So this is where it starts paying off, guys. We're gonna take it to 40. You know, you're starting to put some chips in your rack now. And there's the hard 8. So right there, we're gonna make 35. All right. We're gonna go up to 48. Rack some chips. And there's the 3. And again, you guys could pull down anytime you wanted. That's fine too. But this is how this strategy makes money. And it can make a lot of it. If you hit a pretty good roll, man, that was an 8, not a 6. Okay, so what do we got? Okay. $56. 21 and 35. Okay, so we're going to take $60. We're going to go to 72. We're starting to rack green chips, guys. It's starting to get better and better. And there's the 8 again. All right. All right, so we got 84 coming. We're gonna get 85 for $1. Let's take our 8 up to 120. We're racking chips, bumping up our bets. Okay, that's 120. Looking healthy out there. And there's the 12. And there's the 8 again. All right. So this is the kind of thing that can happen. And it starts getting really good, really quick. 140. All right. In this case, I would probably leave my 8 at 120 in my opinion. And I would bump this all the way up to 70 probably. Or 60, I mean. And rack the rest. That way my 6 was building also. So now we're really starting to make money. It is a good roll. There's another 8, so we're killing the 8. Another 140. Again, I'm probably going to take my 9 up to 75 here and get this one up to 90. That way we're really starting to make ground, and I want to have the rest of them bumped up too. That way all the winners are pretty good winners. And there's that hard 6 right there, $105. Obviously we'll take it up to the 120 mark. Oh, actually we probably better go to 150 on that. All right, let's cash these reds in for 100. All right, here we go. And there's the 5, all right, so that's $105 5. Let's take it to 150. And there's the 4. We finally made our point, or someone made their point. 27 bucks. Swap these out. Let's cash this in for 20 in reds. So this is the kind of thing that can happen. You can have a run like this where you do just really good. Obviously right here you need to be making some decisions, probably pulling your money down and being done. I mean, you got about 500 in profit over here. You got about 500-600 on the board. It's probably time to pull this down, but we'll let it go as far as it's going to go. We're still working. And there's a yellow. And there's the 5. Okay. So that 150 right there, $150 5. Is going to pay $210. Let's take our 9 up to 150. Let's rack the rest of this. Remember, we're trying to profit. We want to start making big hits and make big profits off of them. And there's the 7. Okay, good roll. We made a lot of money there. Half press. And it's just a loose half press. I was going up and down on it a little bit, but I was always collecting something and I was always pressing something. So let's see where we ended up. Okay, so obviously it's not quite 500. 500, 600, so there's our initial bankroll. $600, $650. 672. We're up 672. We probably lost another 500 on the board on the last roll when we should have been off, but still it's good. I mean, that's still a pretty good profit. We saw like 5 or 6 shooters, so that would have been pretty good for 5 or 6 shooters, if you guys know what I mean. You wouldn't have been there very long and got a pretty healthy win. Now of course you're not always going to find a roller like that. Sometimes it's going to be all day. But, you know, that wasn't like an extraordinary long roll. That was probably only 15 rolls or so. They were just hitting good numbers, and we were pressing it. And the key to it is actually pressing money every time. That way, when you do hit a number, like the 8 rolled a few times, well, we were pressing it. So each time it was worth more money. And that's one of the big keys to it. If you're going to play these kind of strategies, you have to press a little bit. It's not a lot. You don't have to full press or power press. You have to press something. You have to make them more valuable as you're going. It can't always be just collect. So again, guys, I hope you like this one, Dr. Don't Pass. This was for you. And again, guys, if you're going to play regression type stuff, when you get on that free roll, remember it's a free roll. Attack. Get in attack mode from there. You know, press a little bit, but always collect something too. Don't forget to collect. Collect and press. You can do it however you want, but always make some money, but always put some more money back in the game. Remember, you're playing on the casino at that point. So, you know, make them pay. Anyways, guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and you guys have a great day.